Let's start with the full picture of the IRONMAN Klagenfurt bike course in Austria. This is a 2-lap course. Each lap is roughly 90 kilometers, for a total distance of about 180 kilometers. At first glance, the course looks beautiful and fairly controlled. You ride around the lake, through villages, and across rolling terrain. It does not look like a pure mountain course. But that is exactly why it can be dangerous. Klagenfurt is not defined by one long climb. It is defined by repeated short climbs, descents, corners, and rhythm changes. The total elevation gain is about 1,520 meters, or roughly 760 meters per lap. The highest point is around 680 meters. The key is not just how steep the climbs are. The key is how often they interrupt your rhythm. If you push every short hill because it feels manageable, the cost is small at first, but it comes back hard on lap 2. So the first lap is not the place to chase speed. Settle into position, keep the effort smooth, and use the faster sections to breathe, fuel, and stay calm. The goal of the first 90 kilometers is simple: arrive at lap 2 with your legs still available. Now let's look at the most important climbing sections. Klagenfurt is a rolling course that chips away at your legs through short climbs. The athletes who manage power spikes best will usually have the strongest second lap and the best run off the bike. Climbing comes around 32.4 to 34.2 kilometers on lap 1. It is about 1.8 kilometers long, with roughly 82 meters of elevation gain. The average gradient is about 4.5%, with steeper ramps possible. This is the first meaningful climb of the day. Because you are still fresh, it is easy to charge into it with momentum. Do not do that. Keep the power steady and avoid turning the climb into an early race effort. Ramp becomes around 50.5 to 51.8 kilometers. It is shorter, only about 1.3 kilometers, but short climbs are exactly where power often jumps without the athlete noticing. Shift early, keep the cadence from dropping too much, and do not let the rhythm become choppy. The hardest section is climb C, from roughly 62.4 to 65.7 kilometers. It is about 3.3 kilometers and gains around 140 meters. On lap 2, this returns around 152 to 155 kilometers. That is where patience really matters. The rule is simple: climb under control, descend safely, and do not re-accelerate too hard after every corner. Next, let's talk about aid stations and fueling. Each 90-kilometer lap has several aid opportunities. Because the course repeats twice, the same pattern returns on lap 2. On lap 1, the approximate aid points are around 14 kilometers, 36 kilometers, 55 kilometers, 70 kilometers, 76 kilometers, and 84 kilometers. Special needs comes around 90 kilometers, back near Klagenfurt at the start and finish area. The first aid point, around 14 kilometers, is mainly a check-in point. You should not need to take everything there. Confirm how much fluid you have, how your stomach feels, and whether the race is already hotter than expected. From 36 kilometers onward, fueling needs to become stable. The section from 55 to 84 kilometers is especially important because it leads into the hardest climb and the late lap rolling terrain. Do not arrive there low on carbohydrate or short on fluids. At 70, 76, and 84 kilometers, use the aid stations to finish the lap properly. If you delay fueling late in lap 1, lap 2 will start to feel difficult very quickly. Special needs is not just a rest stop. It is your reset point for the second 90 kilometers. Prepare lap 2 nutrition, spare bottles, and anything you may need before fatigue is high. On hot days, adjust fluids and electrolytes early. Waiting until you are thirsty is already too late. Finally, here is the execution strategy. The fastest finish on this course comes from staying patient on lap 1 and not falling apart on lap 2. On the flats and gentle grades, ride smooth and controlled, around 65 to 72% of FTP for many age group athletes. On the main climbs, think of 80 to 85% FTP as an upper ceiling, not as a target you must chase every time. The descents and faster sections are not places to force more speed. Stay aero where it is safe, recover your breathing, and keep fueling. Moving forward while recovering is a major skill on this course. From 0 to 30 kilometers, settle in and lock in your position. From 30 to 66 kilometers, control the climbs and prevent power spikes. From 66 to 90 kilometers, recover, fuel, and prepare for the second lap. After 90 kilometers, the same climbs return with fatigue already in the body. This is where many athletes lose time by trying to force the pace. Instead, judge what is left in your legs and keep the effort precise. After 156 kilometers, the priority is to arrive at T2 organized, not empty. Save enough to run. The mistakes are clear: overpacing early climbs, stomping on the pedals after every descent, delaying nutrition, and burning your legs before the toughest lap 2 climb. Klagenfurt rewards the athlete who protects the legs, fuels early, and stays disciplined all the way to the run.